Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I need a little help. I want to do a show shout out, but this is a different kind of show than I've ever covered or participated in, and I want to run this by you, see if you guys have ever participated in anything like this, and give me a little feedback, because I'm kind of excited about covering this for you. So let's talk about it. As I said, guys, this is a new kind of show to me, and I'll explain what I mean as I get into this. This is being put on by the South Carolina Mega Show, and that is the name of the event, is the South Carolina Mega Show. This will be in Columbia, South Carolina on June the 8th. The show I went to back in I think it was 1st of May, the IPMS show down there. It's the same venue. In fact, how I found out about this show was through one of the vendors happened to mention, hey, are you going to be back at the Mega Show? And I said, what is that? And he said, it'll be in June, and it will be a big show, and all the vendors will be, and they had a decent amount of vendors there. In fact, a really good vendor count. And he said, oh yeah, we'll be back. And so I did some looking around, and I found the information. As I understand it, and I could be wrong, but I think this is their third show for the South Carolina Mega Show. And it's judged, scored, however you want to call it, differently than anything I've ever participated in all of my years of going to shows. And I'm excited about it, to be honest with you. The more I researched and read about it, I'm looking forward to covering this for you guys. The show's theme is on the big screen in the 70s. So any movie from 1970 to 1979 is open for the theme. Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Of course, Star Wars, Jaws, Grease, Superman, Close Encounters, The Godfather, Rocky, just anything you can think of that was on the big screen, that's your main theme. You got a lot of other stuff that you're going to be doing awards for. By the way, you've got group entries. There's your fees, all that kind of stuff. And in the description area of this video, guys, I'm going to have the link, which is right here, which is scmegashow.com, scmegashow.com. And you'll be able to download and look at all of the rules and all that stuff. And I'm going to touch on that here in just a minute, too. But your best ofs are going to be armor figures, dioramas, vignettes, aircraft, automotive, real space, sci-fi, ships, miscellaneous. And then you've got your theme award, of course, on the big screen in the 70s. Then you'll have best display, which I'll explain that to you a little bit. The judges' best of show, best junior, best basic modeler, best intermediate modeler. And these categories are going to come evident here as I go through this a little bit. But it's interesting, to say the least. One thing I liked is, while it's a little long, it's very comprehensive, and it's very easy to understand, and that is the rules. Now this is, you don't have to print it off. I didn't realize it was 17 pages when I printed it off, but but I'm glad I did. I've sat and I've read through this. When I skimmed it, I was a little confused, but as I've gone back and read through it, it's really comprehensive, as I said, easy to understand. It explains everything pretty well. It says here, the show. This event is moving away from being a competition and becoming an exhibition and social event where modelers of all types, skills, and abilities can gather and discuss the hobby. Y'all know how I feel about fellowship and just talking styrene. It's supposed to be about the models, not the medals. That's pretty good. Our show's contest will be a hybrid of an open judging scoring system and the Military Miniatures Society of Illinois, MMSI, exhibition format, which I have never heard of. You register and pay for exhibit space, an area of approximately 36 inches by 30 inches. In this space, you may display as many models that will fit in that space. You will select one of your models for evaluation, and you will declare a skill level. That one model will be evaluated and scored. It will be a representation of your body of work. So the other stuff kind of shows the consistency of your work. When filling out your entry registration forms, you will only need to enter the information for that one model being evaluated or scored. At first, like I said, when I skimmed this, I wasn't sure how I felt about that, but as I think about it, this is actually interesting. And I look forward to not only covering it and seeing how it goes, but the fellowship. This venue, by the way, had a lot of round tables in the center, and I sat down at one and fellowshipped with a few guys between filming and taking a break and all that stuff when I covered that show, the IPMS show there earlier this year in Columbia. But it's really some good information. I'm not going to read every page and every word. I'll let you go over there and go through it. As far as the contest goes, here's your philosophy. And again, it's very comprehensive, well written out, and easy to understand. But it is more about the models and the fellowship than it is awards and things like that. Kind of like an NNL in a way. It's more about us. And what we have in common and all that stuff. And again, there's your best of awards, all that kind of stuff. And the thing I liked about this is when it talked about the judges, they explained that, every judge doesn't know everything about everything. And they encourage you. If you don't tell the judge, if you don't educate the judge on certain things, it's on you. And when you think about it, that's true. If a judge doesn't know what he's looking at, has your paperwork that you leave for the judges, does it explain it? And I'll get into that a little bit more. But the way this judging is going to work is they're going to have 4 judges with a scoring system of from 0 points to 30 points. And when all the judging is done, and instead of a gaggle of judges all hanging around at one time, if I understand it correctly, they're just kind of going to randomly do this starting at like 9 o'clock when you get set up or they get set up. They will go through during the show, and they'll evaluate, score, make their notes. And by the way, all of the notes at the end of the show are given to the person. So all the kudos or the improvement suggestions, things like that, and the points are given to you, and the judges are available to talk to. I like that. But anyway, when the judges give their scoring sheets to whoever's doing the computer, they will take of the 4 the lowest score and they will throw it out. And then they will calculate the other 3 and come up with an average points. And I have actually seen real car shows that are judged this very way, and I think theirs were like 50 points, but this is 30 points. It doesn't matter. It's the same concept. But then you declare, as it said, your skill levels. And again, I've never seen this done before. And I'm just going to skim through these real quick, guys. In the junior category, just a quick example. Juniors, modelers age 17 or younger who do not wish to compete in one of the other skill levels. Modelers who are 17 and younger are permitted to compete in other skill levels, but only if they're not compelled to do so, in other words. Then you have a basic modeler. Modelers new to the hobby, and I would imagine we're returning to the hobby after many years because we have a lot of those too, or with basic modeling skills. If you're an exceptional out-of-box builder or you just love out-of-box, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can look this stuff up. Again, I'm not going to sit and read through all of it. Then you have an intermediate modeler, and these modelers are average to above average skill, and these are the guys that add photo etch, resin parts, use aftermarket conversions, scratch builds, things like this. And then you have the advanced modeler, modelers with more highly developed skills. And this thing, I'm jumping down here, guys. Scratch building using references. In other words, you're doing a lot of replicas, things like that. casts on replacement parts. So your more advanced stuff. And again, I'll let you take the time to read this up on this when you pull it up on the website. And let's see. Then you've got the method of judging, which, as it says, judging will be conducted with an open room, show in progress type thing. So, and this goes into all of the explanation. And as I said again, I really like the way they've explained this stuff out too. And then, let's see, here we go. Sorry about that, guy. The camera, it looks like the camera's running low on battery, but we'll go till it drops, and then I'll stick another one in there. Here's the way your points work. For a gold medal, this is for the junior category, your score would have to be a 26 to a 30, silver 21 to 25.5, and then bronze 16 to 20.5. Then the basic modeler, that jumps up to, for a gold medal, 26 to 30. Oh, no, it's the same for the basic and the junior. I think it's the next one that jumps up here. Yeah, intermediate goes from 27 to 30. For the silver, 23 to 26.5, and then 19 to 22.5. And for the advanced modeler, you've got a score for a gold medal, a 28 to 30, a silver 25 to 27.5, and then bronze 22 to 24.5. And these things are broken down. And again, I'm not going to go through every single portion of this, but to give you an idea, kind of like a real car show that I've seen done before too. You've got different groups. So here's your construction group, which is worth 5 points. And basic construction, which is mold flaws, construction flaws, glue marks, thumbprints, that kind of stuff. But so you can score a 0.5, a 0.1, 1.5, but maximum of 2 points. Then you've got alignment. Again, it's 2 points, so you can score a 0.5, a 1, a 1.5, or a 2. Details, a 0.5 or 0.1. The finishing group is 4 points. Basic finish and decals, 1.5, so you can score a 0.5, a 1, or a 1.5, etc. You see how this is going. And then you go to finish enhancements, detail painting, like weathering, things like that, 1.5, and this adds up to 30, guys. And you got a bonus point in here too, or half point. I'll show you that in a minute. Finish continuity 1, intangibles group, which is a degree of difficulty, and all of your points. Now your research, here you go. You got a bonus point, an additional half point for research. Now, y'all know I love research, but you can't just, while they suggest just putting, showing pictures of it during the construction stages as reference and to show, I guess, a level of difficulty, the research that backs up what you're doing needs to be in there too, because if you have just a booklet of just pictures of it under construction, well, that's not going to earn you the extra half point, because you're not showing why you're doing this. Where's the research that backs that up? So you need both. I love this kind of stuff. I know it sounds a little complicated in areas. It's really not, though, guys. It's kind of what I live for. This is great stuff. And let's see, judging. This is for dioramas and other things like that, and it goes into how those are judged as well. And then, of course, you've got your weathering points, composition points, storylines, all that kind of stuff. I guess that's, again, for the dioramas. Attention to detail, there's another point. Degree of difficulty, overall feel. Just a lot of good information in here. I think they've done a really good job. As you can see, they've been very thorough in explaining everything. And let me get back here. On the last page, there is, for the award for, sorry about that, guys, Best Display. The show staff will consider your exhibit space, in other words, that 30 by 36 area there and how you have it arranged, and is there a theme? Let me start over here. I'm running my mouth. The show staff will consider your exhibit space in terms of theme. The display can have any theme and execution. If the exhibition space is well organized and closely follows a theme, it will stand a better chance of an award than just an exhibit space that is only consists of a bunch of models on a table. So I think that's kind of cool too. So you've got a display theme there, kind of like you'd be in a museum or something. So guys, I have never participated, and to be quite honest with you, I've never heard of a show like this. Shame on me, because I kind of pride myself in some of this stuff. But I am eager and excited to not only cover it, but I actually want to try to participate in this one and have some fun. And I know there's going to be some great guys there, and that's the other reason I'm sharing this. I'm hoping to see some of you guys that are in the area there. If you do, be sure you come up, sit down at one of those round tables, and let's have some fun. Let's chat a little bit. I will be filming and covering that and the vendors again, of course, but I really look forward to this. Guys, that's it for this one. I look forward to your comments if you've participated or been a part of this, or even this show. I want to hear from you, because it sounds like it's going to be really a lot of fun, and I think it will be. Guys, head over to HobbyNut Models, check out Mark's inventory, see if you can find something that catches your eye. Hey, if there's something for the movie theme, you got a little time, throw it together. All right, guys, have a great week. God bless. I will see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.